When you put the helmet on, you do become a different person.
I zone in. It's me in the car.
Your competitive spirit kicks in. You care a lot less about everything.
The warrior comes out when you're in the car. I think I'm a warrior on a day-to-day basis to fighting so many things.
Protective device. Today it's a personality statement, an advertising platform and a talking point. There are only 4 manufacturers that service the 20 drivers driving in season 2023, and one of those companies services more than half of the field. And a little later on,
I went to Japan to see how Arai makes helmets, and what I saw in the factory shocked me. You're about to see things that no one has ever been able to show you, because this is the first time in history that Arai has opened its doors to show the factory to the public.
In 2009, during the Hungarian Grand Prix, a small steel spring weighing just 1.7 pounds came loose from Rubens Barrichello's car. Moments later, Felipe Massa, traveling at over 175 miles per hour, collided head-on with that spring. The impact was massive, enough to be fatal in almost any other situation. Yet Massa walked away unharmed. The reason? His helmet is a piece of equipment that costs more than a luxury sports car and takes weeks of careful, handcrafted work to produce. F1 helmets are not ordinary protective gear. They are precision-engineered survival tools designed to withstand extreme forces at high speeds. At 300 kilometers per hour, a tiny object can strike with the force of a bullet, and the helmet's job is to absorb that energy and protect the driver's brain. Today on Production Point, we're taking you inside the factories where these $10,000 helmets are made, showing how advanced materials, exact engineering, and skilled craftsmanship combine to create a life-saving shell for the world's fastest drivers. Before stepping into the factory, it's important to understand the evolution of the racing helmet. In the 1950s, drivers wore nothing more than leather caps and goggles. These offered little protection beyond keeping the sun out of the eyes. By 1954, Bell introduced the first purpose-built racing helmet, marking the start of true head protection in motorsport. Today, the FIA 8860-2018 ABP standard governs F1 helmets. ABP, or Advanced Ballistic Protection, is one of the most stringent safety certifications in the world. It was introduced specifically after Massa's accident to prevent high-speed projectiles from penetrating the helmet. Modern helmets incorporate reinforced Xylon strips, a material stronger than Kevlar, ensuring that drivers are protected even in the most extreme crashes. F1 helmets are not simply headgear. They are carbon fiber survival cells engineered to save lives. Materials beyond carbon fiber. The first step in creating an F1 helmet begins with sourcing the right materials. Unlike standard motorcycle helmets, which often use fiberglass or polycarbonate, F1 helmets are built with aerospace-grade composites. The main ingredient is pre-preg carbon fiber, which is carbon fiber pre-impregnated with epoxy resin. This material is stored in industrial freezers at around 21 degrees Celsius to prevent premature curing. Handling it requires precision. Even minor mistakes can compromise the strength and integrity of the helmet. Another key ingredient is Xylon, a synthetic polymer 10 times stronger than steel. In a helmet, thin layers of Xylon are strategically placed, particularly across the forehead, to stop high-speed debris from penetrating the shell. Imagine a single 1mm thread strong enough to hold a grand piano. Now picture that layered across a helmet. These materials are combined with Kevlar and other composites to create a shell that is light yet incredibly strong. Capable of absorbing enormous forces while remaining comfortable for the driver. The combination of carbon fiber, Xylon, and Kevlar ensures that F1 helmets can survive impacts that would destroy ordinary headgear. The step-by-step factory process. Step 1. The 3D scan. Every F1 helmet begins not in a mold, but with a 3D scan of the driver's head. Using portable laser scanners, manufacturers map the exact shape of the skull down to the millimeter. This step ensures the helmet fits perfectly and distributes forces evenly across the head in the event of a crash. Unlike mass-produced helmets, F1 helmets are custom-made for each driver. There is no small, medium, or large in Formula One. There is a Lewis Hamilton size or a Max Verstappen size, ensuring an exact life-saving fit. Step 2. The hand-layered shell. Once the 3D scan is complete, skilled technicians enter the clean room to begin the layup process. Each helmet requires 15 to 20 individual pieces of carbon fiber, Xylon, and Kevlar. Which are cut to precise templates and layered by hand into a female mold. The orientation of the weave is critical. Sheets must overlap in specific directions so the helmet can absorb impacts from all angles. A small mistake in layering can create a weak spot that could fail under extreme conditions. This hand-laying process often takes 6 hours per helmet, highlighting the level of care and craftsmanship involved. Step 3. The autoclave and baking. Once the carbon, fiber, Xylon, and Kevlar layers are hand-placed, the helmet is vacuum sealed in plastic to remove any trapped air. It is then placed into an autoclave, a high-pressure industrial oven, where it is baked at 135 degrees Celsius under extreme pressure. This step compresses all the layers into a single ultra-stiff shell, fusing the materials at a molecular level. The result is a helmet that is incredibly strong yet surprisingly light, capable of withstanding massive forces, so much so that drivers often joke you could drive a tank over it without causing damage. This careful process ensures the helmet will perform flawlessly in high-speed crashes. Step 4. Drilling and trimming. After the helmet comes out of the autoclave, it moves to CNC machines for precise finishing. A 5-axis robot carefully cuts the eye port for the visor and drills holes for ventilation and the driver's radio system. These openings aren't just functional, they're engineered for aerodynamic efficiency, allowing air to flow smoothly over the helmet at speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour. The vents use the Venturi effect to draw hot air away from the driver's face, keeping them cooler during the race. Every cut and hole is calculated to maintain safety, airflow, and performance. While keeping the helmet light and perfectly balanced for high-speed conditions. The interior, comfort meets chemistry. Inside the hard shell sits the EPS liner, or expanded polystyrene foam. Unlike ordinary foam cups, this is multi-density foam designed to collapse gradually during an impact, absorbing energy and slowing the deceleration of the brain. Covering the foam is Nomex, the same fire-resistant material used in driver suits. Nomex can withstand temperatures up to 790 degrees Celsius, providing drivers with 30 to 45 seconds of breathable protection in case of fire, a critical window for emergency crews to arrive. The visor is equally critical. Made from 3mm thick polycarbonate, the top edge is reinforced with a Xylon strip to prevent projectiles from penetrating the helmet. In testing, air rifles fire 1.2-gram lead pellets at speeds of 500 kilometers per hour, and any visor that fails is rejected. The combination of foam, shell, and visor forms a fully protective capsule for the driver. The final assembly and the art of paint. The final steps are where precision meets personalization. F1 helmets are hand-painted and decorated with designs that reflect the driver's style or team branding. Paint adds weight, so technicians use ultra-thin layers to ensure the helmet remains under the 1.4 kilo limit. Next, the Hans clips are attached, anchoring the helmet to the driver's shoulders to prevent whiplash. The radio system, complete with noise-canceling microphones, is installed to allow clear communication over 120 decibel engine noise. A hydration tube is added for long races, allowing drivers to drink without removing the helmet. The result is more than head protection, it's a finely tuned instrument. From frozen carbon fiber sheets to hand-painted detailing, every helmet combines material science, engineering, and craftsmanship. It is a $10,000 investment in a driver's safety, one they hope they never have to truly test. From the Hungarian Grand Prix incident to the hand-laid layers of carbon fiber and Kevlar, an F1 helmet is a true masterpiece of engineering. It protects drivers from high-speed debris, fire, and extreme G-forces while remaining light and aerodynamic. Every step 3D scanning, layup, autoclaving, trimming, interior foam, visor reinforcement, and finishing shows how science and skill come together to save lives. So, if you had $10,000 to spend on your car, would you invest in a custom helmet or a set of performance tires? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into how extreme safety gear is made, make sure to subscribe to Inside the Factory. Next time, we'll explore another high-performance industry and see how precision engineering protects people and powers machines.